Hey guys, this is PODFIC, and today we're going to be reading Speedrun 80% No Dignity Rat by Lemon Lime Madness. This is Chapter 2. As you do with someone like Jason's adopted father, you often hear him coming before he actually arrives. It's the cameras, the paparazzi, the fans, the simpering elite, or in this case, the group of superheroes trying to fruitlessly explain that he can't actually be here. Yes, you might be the top donor, but you can't just do that. There are protocols. Do any of the leaders actually know what he's doing here? Why are you here? Please, for the love of God, stop. Listen to me. Why on earth do you have a Zeta code? When Brucie Wayne enters the main hall of the Watchtower, it's with a strut and the confidence of someone without enough shame or common sense to realize that maybe he shouldn't be walking through here like he owns the place. Joke's on them, because Jason knows he does in fact own the place. Brucie Wayne, in his full glory, dressed in one of his immaculate business casual suits, immediately spot him on the other side of the hall, and hightails it towards them. Jason, on the other hand, is shoving down his fight-or-flight instinct so hard he deserves an Oscar. This is about to go terribly, horribly wrong for him in particular, and everyone else too, if he is being totally honest. And for someone who likes classic literature, Jason can't find the words to express exactly how much he very, very much doesn't want to be here right now or ever. "Hi," Bruce says exuberantly, waving a hand at their group as he approaches. There's not a thought visible behind those eyes. From years at watching him at galas and in public settings, Jason doesn't need the physical tells to know that Bruce is about to have the time of his life. This is the man who named the Batmobile, the Batcave, and the Batcomputer. This is a man who takes great amusement in pretending to be an idiot. This is the man who created a fake alter ego for the sole purpose of donating exactly $1 more than Lex Luthor on every single philanthropic contribution. Bruce might be an emotional brick wall and a hard ass when you get to see below the very, very fake shell, but he definitely has a sense of humor that is subtle, childish, and incredibly petty. He just needs an opportunity, and these idiots have just served him one on a damn platter. Green Arrow seemingly takes in the group of heroes trying and failing to stop him, then at the man himself and does a double take. Brucie just smiles harder and, oh, Bruce personally knows Oliver Queen. Oliver Queen doesn't know Bruce is Batman. Oliver Queen, who has just broken both protocols multiple times and put Jason of all people in cuffs on the Watchtower without telling Batman a thing. Oh dear, it's not just Jason who's about to have a hard time of it. Although he is not religious, Jason still sends a prayer of mercy out in case anyone's listening, because divine intervention is the only thing that can get him out of this unscathed now. While Green Arrow's brain is rebooting at the sight of his childhood friend, Bruce Wayne, himbo extraordinaire on the Watchtower of all places, Jason does have to admit it's a completely incongruent sight. It's the Flash who asks the first question. "How are you here?" And off they go. "Buddy," Bruce lays a sympathetic hand on Flash's shoulder. "I don't know if anyone's told you yet, but I funded this entire space station for your friends. Of course I have Zeta access. Besides," he leans in conspiratorially, winking at him, "the massage chairs in the breaker are simply incomparable to any of those boring ones on Earth." "The massage chairs," Green Lantern says slowly, still trying to process the massive crossover life event happening in front of him. Brucie nods enthusiastically. "The massage chairs. Heaven sent, I tell you. They rearrange my lumbar vertebrae each and every single time, and I am here for it." Does anyone else think this is potentially a massive security breach, or is it just me? "No," Flash interrupts firmly. "He is completely right. If I wasn't a member of the Justice League, I would be breaking into the Watchtower on a daily basis to use those chairs. They're just..." He makes a weird flailing motion with his hands like he does whenever he gets ramen from that one tiny little sushi place somewhere in the depths of Okinawa that he describes as a life-changing experience. Ignoring the dumbfounded looks, Brucie bursts into a megawatt grin. "I know exactly what you mean," he gushes. "It does the rolling thing, and I see universes beyond my eyelids. What's your favorite chair setting?" "You mean I have to choose between an ultra-duper spine-aligned time and skeletal muscular symphony?" Bruce looks moved, just placed both of his hands on the Flash's shoulders. "I should have known," he says thickly, "that someone else here would have just as amazing taste as I do." "I feel like I've met a fellow lonely soul," the Flash says emotionally. There's a tear in his eye. Jason, and probably everybody else looks on in abject disgust. Hey! Green Arrow interrupts. Focus. The Flash steps back. Yep, sorry man. So you're here for the massage chairs? Nope, Bruce says cheerfully. They wait for him to elaborate. He doesn't. Then please allow me to escort you off the premises, Green Arrow says stiltedly. It's not an order. Hell, if Jason was in his position, he'd want Bruce Wayne off the space station as soon as physically possible. Bruce smiles impossibly harder. There's a barely hidden glint in his eyes, and Jason curses internally. Someone's about to receive a lot of emotional damage. Like the time Bruce told Lex Luthor to hold still so he could use his reflection in Lex's shiny bald head to get some spinach out from in between his teeth. Or that time he fake tripped down the stairs at a gala and accidentally pinched the Penguin. Or that time he told Ra's al Ghul that his hairline was receding and his fashion sense was 10 years out of date, all the while dressing it as a compliment. Oh my God! Brucie gasps, as if coming to a sudden unpleasant realization. He squints at Green Arrow in mild confusion. Ollie? Green Arrow says. The Flash gasps. No, Green Arrow shuts down immediately. I'm not associated with that guy. Definitely not. No, Brucie says patiently, like he's explaining an extremely simple concept to a group of preschoolers. There's only one person I know with a teeny tiny mustache that dumb. He spins, making strong eye contact with the man in question. Ollie! He says, like an accusation and an identification all in one. Green Arrow flounders. It's beautiful. Jason would have been thankful for the privilege of seeing this happen in person if he knew he wasn't next. Green Lantern and the Flash snicker off to the side. Teeny tiny dumb mustache, the Flash chokes under his breath. Green Lantern slaps a hand against his mouth, trying to stifle inappropriate giggles. I'm sorry, Ollie, but I've been telling you to shave it off since college. Bruce pats Green Arrow's shoulder, commiserating. He sighs like it's a great tragedy. There's no way I wouldn't recognize your personal brand of chin butt fluff. Green onesie cosplay or not, it's super duper iconic, but like in a sad way. Green Lantern and Flash are still desperately trying to hold in the laughter. It's not going well. Green onesie cosplay? Hal is struggling to breathe at this point. Jason is close to joining them. Even Superman is visibly suppressing a grin. Green Lantern has nearly recovered from his earlier laughing fit when Flash leans in close to his ear and says in a fake Batman growl, Chin butt fluff. A pause. The dam breaks. They collapse into gasping laughter, bowed over and wheezing while particularly sheltering behind Jason's bulk. Jason, who is also struggling to keep it in. His dignity is at stake here. Whatever is still left of it, that is. Green Arrow fixes them all with the kind of poisonous glare he reserves for his arch enemies. If looks could kill, they'd both be in a grave. But it does nothing because Flash and Green Lantern are already in the process of killing themselves via laughter-induced aneurysms. Green Arrow takes a deep, calming breath. Am not that guy. You two, he turns to Green Lantern and the Flash. Shut it. Now. Once they finish busting a lung, and are once again semi-presentable heroes of the planet like they're supposed to be, he fixes his gaze on Bruce again. Why are you here? My son, of course, silly. With that, he turns straight to Jason. Hi, sweetie. I paid your bail. Jason breathes in through his nose and out through his mouth. He is not associated with this man. If he believes it hard enough, maybe some deity will pity him enough to get him the hell out of here. He doesn't acknowledge staring at a spot behind Bruce's left shoulder. Maybe if he ignores him, he'll go away. Jason can break himself out. 4.5% chance of escape is more than enough. Jason's done more with less in worse situations. I'm still 90% sure we don't have a bail system. Flash loudly whispers to Superman, where'd that money even go? Superman, who has been silent until now, quirks the corner of his mouth up. New massage chairs in the break room. Best celebrity ever, Flash says vehemently. The one good thing to come out of capitalism. Green Arrow, however, his brain appears to be reloading for the second time that day. He looks at Hood in disbelief. Richard? He sputters. I thought you were a cop. For once, both Bruce and Jason are wrong-footed. Bruce blinks in slow, mounting glee, and Jason decides he's got to step in and nip this in the bud. In what world do I look like him? Are you blind or just stupid? Hood snaps at him, half offended, half aghast. Dick and Jason look nothing alike to say the least, and that's just the start of the differences between them. First of all, Jason is tall and built incredibly solidly. If he tries to do gymnastics the way Dick does, he'd break his neck or his back, or both. The Flash gasps, pointing at him, "You're Tim!" Tim. They think he's Tim, of all people. Jason doesn't think he's ever been so offended in his entire life. Now that's an insult. The look Jason sends him could cut through steel, but none of them could see it because he's wearing a helmet that covers his entire face. He is not sure his supremely offended disbelief translates through the helmet, but he gets enough through for the Flash to falter slightly, as he should. Damien? Damien is 11, I think. Green Lantern interrupts before Jason's self-control slips, and he throttles a member of the Justice League. Thankfully, someone has sense around here. Flash just shrugs. Marvel's younger than he looks. Worth a try. From the sidelines, Bruce is looking at his co-workers like he's never seen them properly before. As they watch, they bring up Cass, Steph, and Duke, who are notably less built compared to him, or female. Are they stupid? Jason says in awe, partially to himself, partially to Superman, whose lip quirks up near imperceptibly. They can't actually be serious. They are serious. They're in the middle of debating how much body armor Cass would have to be wearing to pull off Jason's stature, or whether Bruce adopted a new one when they weren't looking. When Bruce finally goes tired of watching them fail to connect the dots. "Come on, guys," Bruce says, the level of disbelief in his voice one part fake, and the rest completely honest. "Surely you recognize my J-Lad." Jason waves at them like this is an obvious and rational conclusion to come to. It might have been, if not for the added foot of growth, as well as 150 pounds of heavy muscle, the thick body armor and full face covering. Also, the decapitation and crime lord stuff. A foregone conclusion, obviously. "Oh," Green Lantern breathes, bringing a fist down on his open palm in realization. "The dead one! J-something." Jason Todd. Green Arrow says disbelievingly, "You're telling me that he," here Jason gives him a mocking little wave, "is your baby boy, Jason Todd. Perfect child, Jason Todd. Well-behaved, school-loving, student activist, Jason Todd, who died." "Yep," Jason says, dying inside. "That's me. His baby boy. Who died." It was a temporary thing, mentally bidding his street cred amongst the Justice League a fond farewell. He's never recovering from this. "You were a student activist." "Yeah," Jason says. "Great experience for becoming a crime lord, let me tell you." His reputation, gone with the wind. "Oh my god, Bruce. Your straight-A student has become a crime lord who does drugs." Jason scrunches his face under the helmet involuntarily. "I don't do drugs. You make more if you sell them." "That's even worse." Bruce just laughs at them. Alright guys, and that's the end of chapter 2 of Speedrun 80%, No Dick Neither Out by Lemon Lime Madness. Hope you guys liked it, and I'll see you next chapter.